All right. So what we're gonna do now is I can just start it. We're gonna break down um, Kilaye's Braid TAS. Uh, I'm just gonna watch it, but I'm gonna pause and maybe go frame by frame in a couple of places. The beginning here, it's nothing crazy. It's a weird quirk actually I want to talk about. If you look at the time freeze here, it says 1698. If you check out the braid segmented run and you freeze time here, it actually says 1695, which indicates that the segmented run is somehow faster than the TAS run. But I think there was something weird that was different that happened in how we are timing when we are freezing the timer when you go through the door, because the timer in the segmented run had to be added manually because it's a segmented run. So I think we gave ourselves more time there than we should have, kind of. All right, that's not too important. What is interesting is what's kind of happening very soon now, which is going to happen throughout the whole run. Well, first of all, sorry, I gotta note this. Like, let's just, oh, can I just do this? Yeah, that's 5 seconds. Like, you're gonna see this throughout the whole run. He's gonna be doing these kind of hit edges, corner boosts, but you want to jump after you hit the corner boost. So what he's gonna tap left. That's 1 frame. Yeah, only 1 frame for that one. To slow down just enough so he can jump again. This is what the TAS jump is. This is when in AGDQ when I said I was gonna do a TAS jump. That's what we mean by TAS jump. Is you hit a corner boost, you tap left, and then you jump. You tap left, so you slow down just enough to jump, but you're still much faster than just a normal jump because of the corner boost. And we would never go for a TAS jump here, but you know it's TAS, so he will. Okay, let's. Yeah, so right there, this is gonna happen a lot. I wish I had the input. Actually, I can show you the input. Let me open like Notepad or something. You can't see this though. I need to like do like this. That's good enough. So both space and Z jumps. So space equals jump and Z equals jump. And if you press up, um, so let's say we got frame one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. I should do like frame. Okay, let's do it like this. So on this frame, you press space plus up, right? Or U, yeah. Oh, I just say up. And then on the next frame, you switch it to Z plus up. And then you do that every other frame. Um, because there are two different buttons for space. So what happens is when you press space, he lets go of the thing he's grabbing. And when you press up, he picks it up again. So you basically let go of the trellises you're grabbing and you pick it up again every other frame. Like do 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 do. And that's what's causing this effect. And for some reason, when you grab onto something, there's only certain positions you can grab it to, so you kind of get teleported to that next position, and it carries your momentum through it, so you get some speed boost through that. Um, I think that's about what happens. So if you just look at this again, especially here, because he already, well, yeah, that's another thing. There's going to be a lot of stopping in the beginning, and then I'll just point to it later on. But another thing that's happening here is that right there, when he's about to land here, there's a ground booster too. Where two plate, yeah, you can see he gets a ton of speed out of that one. Let me just show that again. So when he lands, let's see, when he lands like here, look how much speed he gets. Because there are ground boosters in this game. So he carries that speed from the ground boosters through the trellises with the trellis grab. So there's a ton of crazy stuff early on here just to get a little bit of extra speed. And again, more TAS jumps on corner boosts all the time. And the whole purpose for it, of course, is to, oh, nice, is to get here really early. In the first Braid TAS, he actually was able to pick up this puzzle piece with only one Goomba, but he gets here so much earlier that he can't get that cycle of Goombas to do that. So he needs to have a second Goomba now, but it's still faster because it's here so much earlier. But because of the second Goomba, it's not as much faster as we would have hoped. We would have hoped to skip like another cycle, and he could have done the same trick he did in the first TAS with just one cycle earlier. Just a ton of more TAS jumps. Well, yeah, right here. You'd think that what we want to do here is use this newfound space plus up cancel. Oh, I forgot to switch back to the one where you can see the timer. Sorry, shouldn't matter too much. You'd think that he want to use this newfound trick to boost up the ladder here in order to just jump over the whole door. And we tried it and it doesn't work. And the main reason is that the only speed momentum you carry with you when you do this trick is straight upwards or straight downwards. You don't go left and right much. So if you try to, even though you can go a bit high here, even if you're holding right, you're not gonna, you have so little speed right. You would have to go very high to get over the door, unfortunately. So it doesn't work. The rest of this level is not that different from when I do it, getting these corner boosts. He just gets there earlier. Again, here's the ground booster right here. This is one ground booster we actually take. He doesn't take... Yeah, this is fun. This is the same corner boost, kind of, that... oh, it's just much earlier. Dude, that's just... I don't even know what to say. Oh yeah, and he also uses the grab cancel trick that I just showed you in the notepad. Down as well. You can do down and then space, and then you actually get pushed down faster than falling, which is pretty crazy. So just this corner boost right that's coming up right here, he does it a little bit differently, but this trick right here is actually something that Gurman also does in any percent, and also PY would do it sometimes too. I don't do that part. Because if you, the turnaround there to hit the Goomba that you see is like dead on the screen falling down there is really tight, and if you miss it, you're gonna lose time. So yeah. Oh yeah, also running into the Goomba using the, you can stand inside the Goomba's hitbox without dying, but it's really tight because you have to, when you turn around the jump, you still have to hit him, and he's moving away from you, so that's super tight. I've tried to do that, and it's I have to use many attempts to get it once, so it's not worth it for me in a run. I can get it, but it's just really hard. Another nice corner boost. So he only uses one platform puzzle piece here, but you know it's TAS, so you can just do this. And this is just insane. Using that same puzzle piece to set up a corner boost to get the TAS jump corner boost into this puzzle piece pickup is insane. Like that's just, this is one of those things that'll never happen in a single segment run. I say now, but maybe in 5 years, I don't know. Alright, this level is sadly... Oh no, it's not straightforward at all. This beginning is kind of straightforward. We just do it in a little bit of a different place in any percent and 6 stars and stuff such, because we want to have that extra second platform to work with. Oh yeah, that's a ground booster he jumped from there. He's showing off the ground booster. He didn't really need to do that. Since we found it, might as well show it off. So this part right here is pretty crazy. He not only does he corner boost bounce into this, he takes like, he starts at the cannon running here to jump on the cannon once, because it's slightly slanted. You know, I can see with the mouse here, it's slightly going downwards, so you get a little bit of extra push from that as well, like that, and then that, and then that, just to get as fast as possible there. And then this is just insane. So let me actually slow this one down a bit. So you get like right here, you get the corner boost here, and then into the corner boost here. And that's insanely hard. We actually, well, Dell actually did that in the segmented run. Not as cleanly, but he actually did it. It took him like, I don't remember how many attempts. It was more than 1,000 attempts. I wonder if it was like 3,000 or something, but I don't remember exactly. It was a ton of attempts to get this just once without fail. It's like the level that was done the most times to get it perfect in the segmented run. There's no way you'd ever do this in a single segment. It's the strat that he also does. There's an individual level run of this level, and yeah, bouncing on the Goomba there and combining it with the grab cancel. It's pretty sick. So just for reference, a good time for a normal speedrun to end this world in is 2:54, maybe a 2:53. Gurman sometimes gets a 2:52. He's really happy with the 2:52. This is a 2:37. That's the difference there. Oh yeah, hey, frame perfect movement for puzzling. This one is fairly similar. You just kind of combine it into a TAS jump at the edge there. Oh yeah, this one is crazy because of the whole grab cancel thing. This whole level is different. Like you get so much extra speed from the whole. This is all the spacey up down presses frame by frame the whole way through. And that makes him go so much faster here too. He doesn't have to freeze time for the clouds. He can just use these TAS jumps in combination with this trick to just barely get over there, not having to freeze time at all that whole level. Saves a ton of time. You can clip the Goomba into the platform there to push him over quicker. Oh, and this is actually really sexy. What he does there, that doesn't look that complicated, but this is really hard. So it's a small, yeah, I guess we can go here. Wish there was a way to, yeah. So it's a small corner boost there by design to barely like go between here and here to set up a nice corner boost down there. There used to be a more swaggier way of doing this, but it's actually not as fast as this one. And of course, there's a normal corner boost there. Oh yeah, and the TAS jump can actually clear that gap. If we could find a way to set up that TAS jump consistently, that would save a lot of time for any percent. But that is one of the toughest TAS jumps in terms of how much length you need that the TAS run does compared to what we do. So I tried a lot of times. I think I've gotten there once with just a ton of rewinding. Nice, good optimized movement here. A bunch of corner boosts into a bunch of bunny jumps just to keep momentum going. Beats that cycle easily. Like way ahead of what we are here. Gets a corner boost on the cannon. Keeps boosting down the ground here. I guess, yeah, I think I hit a ground booster there actually too, in addition to just being downhill. And barely beats this cannonball cycle there, which is quite nice. Beating cannonball cycles there is important. This level is somewhat similar to what we do. He does jump over this plant earlier because of all these boosts he's getting. Unfortunately, it doesn't save that much time because now he has to wait for these plants that are up. So it's about the same time we go over that plant actually. But since he came there so much earlier, he can set up going all the way to the right. So he saves time on that part. This part is fairly similar. Gets a boost on top of here into a Goomba, so you can like clear this whole thing much faster. But except for that, just a bunch of extra boosts basically. And of course he beats the, you know, the frame perfect rabbit trick here. Finds, yeah, the ground booster there, head boost there, boosting down the lands straight into the trick. This is actually fun. He's corner boosting in combination with picking up the key there. Oh, dude, this is new. Let me. Okay, so yeah, he can every time he goes like diagonally down, he can speed it up with this new up plus space shenanigans. So the old TAS would just drop the first chandelier to wake him up, but he can wake up and quickly rewind, and then he's like so getting so fast over there. And then again, if we can try and do this one frame by frame, there we go. Oh. Yeah, frame by frame here. So it's okay. So I'm going back in time now. Let me go back. Okay. So now we're gonna go forward in time. I go forward in time now. Forward in terms of the video. So he rewinds. That's why it looks backwards. Rewinds so the chandelier is barely hitting the boss there. That's 1 hit and up, 2 hit, up, 3 hit, up, 4 hit, up, 5 hit. There we go. That was. If we watch that again. There you go. That's so crazy. In Discord. Which Discord? Because it is in the Braid Discord already, but you may be talking about a different Discord. This is fairly similar. The only difference here is that instead of going left, turning around, and then climbing up, he just can climb right up and then just jump down to the corner boost because the movement is so smooth and so fast, and the rewinds are so perfect that I don't have to set up for the coyote jump later. He's actually so fast that he has to wait here, and he might as well, you know, boost himself up while he's at it, just for show. And again, you can use the boost over here with the corner boost to get like a ton of speed here. Oh yeah, it should be in the Braid Discord for sure. There's even like a whole, there's a whole, it should be in the main house if you just scroll up a bit, and there's also like a whole, like part of Discord that's just discussing the tasks. So yeah, it's there for sure. Like I could just quickly just post a link here right now, just so you have it. Like I can post links here since I'm me. All right. Not too much interesting here. Okay, at this level, we're gonna have to break down. This is gonna be loud, so I'm gonna turn it down. This is really loud, actually. So instead of boosting on the top one, he's boosting on this one. And what's happening, I'm gonna go by frame, but he's gonna boost there for quite a long time. He's gonna get much more speed than we do. Okay, so, okay, well, actually, let's just watch this frame by frame. So, first frame over there, second frame, third frame, so forth. Oh, didn't want to move there. There we go. So he bounces on the back wall. Come on, video. There we go. Keeps bouncing. Oh, come on, video. Don't be like this. There we go. I guess some of the frames are in the game have like been merged into 2 frames in the video, it seems. Yeah. Oh, he barely gets hit. Doesn't get hit by that Goomba. So he gets a corner boost there. Does he? Does he get shut up? I think he gets shut up now to the... I think that's the point. Come on. I wish I had a better way of doing this. Oh, there is a better way. If I go to Adobe or something, I can just scroll. How does he get this piece from his... Oh, does he hit the cannon and then bounce up? I think he hits the cannon and then bounce up. You can't really see this in the run. It's so fast. Yeah, he hits the cannon. Oh, and then he hits this. Oh, it barely gets the piece there without dying. Okay, and then rewinds. Rewinds the second he has the piece. That's a rewind. He rewinds. Holy crap. He actually manipulates this. I thought he just let it go. So he rewinds back, and then he lets go again. And now he's probably holding a different arrow so that he hits something slightly differently. Because whatever you hold when you're flying will affect your speed somewhat. So you can manipulate this a little bit. It's just really hard. Yeah, so he hits that, and then he hits that, and he jumps into this instead. So he gets both of these two. There we go. And then he rewinds again, third time, so that he hits the Goomba, I think. Yeah, he's rewinding now. It says -8, so he's rewinding. Okay, yeah, no, well, it says -8 a while after, so he just rewind a little bit. Oh yeah, and now, just so he gets up here instead. Holy crap, this is insane. I actually haven't seen this part like this. I've only seen the next level like this. Because now he can, yeah, he can then get, he actually picks up that puzzle piece, but then he loses it again. Yeah, oh yeah, he hits the cannon, and then he goes, yeah, he doesn't have as much speed as he used to anymore. Now it's slowing down, I see. He lost most of his speed. It's gonna go into this. Oh, come on, YouTube, you can do this. It's gonna go into this, and he's gonna set up the trick again and just go over the top. This is normal. Okay, let's just. I want to see this in normal speed again now. Now that I know what's happening, this is insane. So he gets the first piece, rewind. Second piece, rewind. Third piece. That's holy crap. That took like the whole thing I explained in like a minute or two took like 3 seconds. Not even that. Alright, and then he freezes here. This is like the normal boost that we do. It's just slightly stronger so he can go over the whole level. Oh yeah, he gets the mega good corner boost there over the middle part. That's actually what we strive to go for as well. It's just really hard to get. Okay, now this one is even crazier in my opinion. Because this one we wouldn't even do in an 90%. But he actually uses the glitch on this guy. And he's gonna stay here for quite some time. So let me try and... Oh, so I already went past it. I couldn't even go there fast enough. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so he clips in here, gets this piece. He hits. What is he hitting there? Oh, he hits that corner. Interesting. Okay, hits that corner to go up here, and he goes through the. You don't even see where he goes, but he's now picked up a second piece. He rewinds back to this position. He's picked up both pieces now. You can only. And then as he lets go the rewind the second time, he has a different speed, so he's going to get clipped down into the door. And just at the very end here, just before he enters the door, he's trying to slow down so he can enter the door. Just now, do you barely see right there on the top, the second piece has been picked up. It's incredible. Let's watch that. So crazy. Like, there's no way you can catch all of that by just looking at it without slowing down. Sadly, this level is quite normal. He does use the broom up there to get some speed. He goes into the Goombas all the time instead of jumping on them. That's slightly faster because of the hitbox thing. That hitbox thing is what makes the glitch possible. I have to add though, in this level, we did try to use the glitch here. It's possible to glitch out on the Goomba at the very bottom, but you just gain a ton of speed back and forward here. It's really hard to get any height from it. We did get one where we managed to get into this Goomba to keep like setting up another one on this one, but we never really quite could clip through there after a ton of attempts. I'm fairly certain it is technically possible. If it's, well, actually we know it's possible. We did manage to get it. It just took like a minute. It just took more time than actually doing the level. But I'm fairly possible it is possible to do it. I'm fairly certain it's possible to do it faster than what we were able to do it, but I don't know if it's faster than just doing this. Oh, this is another cool level. We don't have to slow down too much, but again, he's using the rabbit like we do, but he's gonna do it very differently because he wants to use the rabbit for both puzzle pieces, which saves a ton of time. So he's manipulating his rabbit very differently because it sets up to get the rabbit all the way over there, and this is much harder than it looks like, but just not much more to it than just very precise movement to get the rabbit over there. I tried to replicate it for any percent practice, but I couldn't. He gets here faster because of the drr thing, the brr. So he can just clear this plant much earlier than we can. But it's the same cycle. This is basically about the same speed as like a world record run. It's just faster because of all the boosts and all the super precise movement. And this level is also, well, it's similar, but we gotta slow down exactly when this guy enters the door though. Gets all the head boost, get all the ground boost, does a bunch of extra boosting to get some extra time. So this part, right, well, he climbs up a lot because he doesn't need that much time to set this up. So let's go frame by frame here. So door has been unlocked by the key. He even starts to jump. I can't think there's a head booster that he wants to hit. Rewinds. Door is locked again. He gets killed. Goomba picks up the key. He forwards. Oh, barely without picking up the... Oh, he doesn't pick up the key at all. He actually opens the door for the Goomba. Oh, now it's taken the key. Oh, that is so tight. Like, the fact that the key doesn't open the door, but his forwarding does instead, is insane. And then, of course, a perfect rewind back there. I'm actually going to skip a bit now, because he's just running across here. Uses the brr down there. It's not too interesting. Gets a lot of head boosts at the house. Let's move on to World 5. World 5 isn't super exciting. Rarely is for any speedrunning purposes of this game. Actually, this level is more interesting than it looks like. All the little bursts and the boosts are actually super important in this level, because even he would have to wait for this cycle here for the Goomba to go back and forward one more time. But if you look at this, he can just barely make it on the edge there. That's actually super hard. Like, that cannot be done in any percent at all. And that saves the whole, like, cycle. Even if he has to wait here a bit, that saves, like, a whole cycle of the Goomba going back and forth. The old TAS tried to save that cycle, but couldn't. The new TAS can with the new burr thing. Yeah, this TAS jump right here, jumping over this gap that he just did, is actually not that hard. Dell found a setup for it in any percent. Unfortunately, it saves very little time, because the big time save is TAS jumping back again. And TAS jumping back again is a lot harder, because look, this is much higher than this. So TAS jumping from here to here is doable decently easily. It's still a setup you gotta learn, and it's still hard, but TAS jumping back again is super hard and can't really be done in any percent. And that's where all the time save really is. That TAS, look, TAS barely got it, right? That's a really hard one. Rest of this level is very similar to any percent. Like a normal person running. This is very different. This is actually one of the latest changes to the TAS run before it was released. Dell again, Dell is really good at figuring out things. Found out that going up this way is slightly faster than this normal run. Also, this is so cool. Buffering a jump for the shadow just to get him under. Now, I juggle Goombas for the 6 stars. You don't really have to juggle Goombas in any percent because you don't have to get the star. You don't have to get a Goomba up here, but he juggles his anyway. And the reason for that is that after he gets the star, piece, you can then do this. And that's faster than waiting for the Goomba to go all the way. But he started juggling it earlier than last TAS run because of that different way he used to get up there. picks up the ring a little bit, I mean the key a bit differently than we do. Because we don't do that because it's very risky. If you rewind just slightly wrong, you're not gonna be able to jump over in time, or you're gonna lose the ring. This boost is a bit swag, but nothing that can't be done in any percent. I mean, again, in single segment runs, I guess it's a better word to use. And this ending here is very similar to what we do. Except I guess he buffers a jump there. How does he get that far over there in the... Yeah, he buffers an extra jump for the shadow that he doesn't get with a normal Tim. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't know how that works. This swag right here is what German usually is. This is the swag I got in HDQ2, just not as clean. This is different though. He wakes him up with the first one instead of using it. He gets 3 hits with that one instead. And those 3 hits is like 1 frame tight, of course. And a lot of brr movement with the trellises, of course. There's a ton of ground boosters. No, there's 1 ground booster at least. I don't know if he got it. He might have wanted to jump on the Goomba and said, oh dude, I want to watch that again. So that key is puzzle piece is technically being picked up. I want to see if you can actually see it. He's letting his shadow take it. Let's see if you can see the shadow take it just the same frame as the door. Because he buffers a jump for the shadow there. And then he enters the door like there. And the shadow takes the piece there, I guess. You don't even see it. But it's technically taken. That's insane. It counts as being picked up. I think I would say a sub 15 is nice for World 5 ending in a single segment. Maybe it's 14:30 now with German strats. Alright, so this next level is actually interesting because what we do now, okay, what we used to do is that we used to just go, like the really old strat was to put the ring here and then just go up and down again. The improved any percent single segment strat is to exit, enter this door, and then go all the way up, all the way down, put the ring there, and then go through. The old TAS run went through this door, and then went all the way up, all the way down, without putting the ring down at all, barely making it. Now with this new brr mechanic, I'm just calling it brr mechanic, the space up down thing I explained in the beginning, he can enter from this door without putting the ring down, and that's just insane. That saves quite a lot of time, actually. Brum brum. Here we go. Super fast. And it still barely makes it. Like if you look at how close. Yeah, it's not that much closer actually than we do in any percent. No, it's about the same actually in terms of how close you are to being stuck in there. Oh, this level is insane. This is one of those levels that is so easy in normal speedrunning and it's insane for TAS because he put down the ring there as little as possible to barely, you know, get to this, and now he doesn't have to use the ring there at all. Oof. That is super insanely never gonna happen in any percent. This level is fairly similar actually. Just clearing that. It did walks up and down a bit differently, but he takes the piece here and then goes up, which is slightly faster than the other way. It's just harder. So he can do this, but now he has to wait for the cycle at the bottom there, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. I love this way of placing the ring down though. This is actually kind of funny. We put the ring down as far left as possible to get as many frames as we can getting out of this cave. TAS puts the ring down as far right as possible as to not slow down this cannon so much. So the ring doesn't affect him as much, so everything is faster, but now he has a single frame to get out of this cave. But he doesn't need any more than 1 frame. So that's the furthest right you can put the ring and still technically make it out of there. I would probably have not made it out of there if the ring was there. Because, yeah, this is the same, basically, as normal run, the last part. It's just a faster cycle. And like he turned around all the way there to get as quickly as possible up there, not giving himself any leeway whatsoever. Oh, this level is pretty crazy. So he freezes like we do. Well, not like we do, but he freezes to manipulate, but he doesn't, like, what any percent would do here is put the ring down here to make sure this platform doesn't block that platform. But TAS doesn't even do that, because TAS is going to get over here while this platform being blocked. He's going to jump all the way over here, pick up this puzzle piece and come back again with no platform here whatsoever, and it's technically possible. And it saves a lot of time not waiting there with the ring, of course. A lot of rewinding. He wants to have 2 Goombas out, and he wants to have them as quickly as possible. So he's got 1 Goomba, 2 Goombas. He's actually gonna have 3. Yeah, he needs lots of Goombas here. He's gonna start juggling the Goombas like a true task juggler. He's gonna just use 1 Goomba to get up, and then the second Goomba to bring with him. He's even corner boosting himself and the Goomba. How cool is that? That's a Goomba corner boost right there. So as you can see now, this is completely blocked, but uses the ring to slow down to put them closer to each other, since one is green and one is not, so he can have fun with this. It's not even much to say about this. It's basically the same thing that was done in the last task. It's just slightly optimized in terms of Goomba movement, but it's just insane. Never happening in a normal single segment run. I think this is a little bit different. We had a lot of crazy ideas for this level that unfortunately didn't work. So the basic idea is the same as the old task here. It's just slightly faster everything. Dude, this right here needs to be... Yeah, this needs to be... Yeah, we gotta see that again in slow motion here. This is pretty crazy. So, putting down the ring. The reason for this ring is that if you do this in a normal speedrun, you don't put down the ring, but you get over there, you get the piece, you go down again, you bring the platforms out again, and then you put down the ring to get this platform to go under that platform. Basically what TAS is doing here is combining those two. He's not rewinding all the way up to get them stuck, so they slowly go down again, and he puts down the ring so that he can get this platform under, and he can also get this puzzle piece. The problem with that is slowing down the ring here will slow down these cannonballs in this direction, giving him much less space to go between cannonballs. So this would be insane to do in a normal run. You would just basically ruin your run for yourself if you did this. But he uses the whole I'm green now thing, rewind forward stuff, in combination with teleport actually. So he keeps rewinding barely enough so the ring stays on the platform. So he's rewind, stops rewind, starts rewind, and how is he Oh, are you kidding me? He gets the head boost. I haven't even seen this in slow motion before. This is actually cool. Now the ring is gone, but he didn't need it any more than that. And now he's fast forwarding. Oh, he's even dying there and rewinding again. And he's fast forwarding to bring the ring back and also to set up a teleport. You gotta fast forward at the end of your green state in order to teleport. So it's teleportation is kind of tricky. I'm not going to explain that right now, but this is to set up a teleport. So as soon as he has this puzzle piece, which is green, by the way. Yeah, that's why I can rewind off of it. Okay, this is just, we don't have to watch. I just want to watch the teleportation in slow motion. I don't want to watch this in slow motion, but I don't kind of want to. So as soon as he has the puzzle piece, he rewinds, and then the game at some point is going to be very confused as to where he should be, and just zoom places him back on the platform. There we go. That's the teleport right there. And then he has to forward to get the puzzle piece back again. And then it's just a good old normal rewind forward there. Barely gets this. Oh, another teleport there actually. Crap. I just want to watch that in slow motion. I'm just curious. Let's just, okay, so yeah, he's fast forwarding now as he's falling down. Nothing's happening because it's green, but it will set up, that's a lot of rewind fast forwarding going on now. That's what set up the teleport and sets everything in motion so that he picks up the puzzle piece just at the right time. And then, yeah, this forward now. Boom, there is. And then forwarding again to get the puzzle piece back. There we go. Holy crap. And then barely almost did this. Again, he's rewinding, forwarding that to set up teleportation for later. This is kind of a cool corner boost into that. Yeah, the rewind forward, this is what we do in any percent 2. He did actually teleport to the platform at the end of the rewind there. Again, setting up another teleport. The teleports are quite hard to see now because they're just the last part of a very quick rewind. But like, if we actually stop this one there, we can go this frame by frame here. You can see that he's actually going to teleport. There we go. Teleported. Boom. But you don't really notice that in... oh, we can move forward. You don't really notice that if you just see the whole thing. Like, you didn't really notice the teleportation there as much. Holy crap. Oh yeah, and what we do here is we put down the ring to beat the cycle, but he beats the cycle without a ring because of the new brr ladder mechanic. So that's really close to, barely gets it. I think he set up a teleport there back to the top actually. No, because it doesn't rewind forward. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. But it does teleport here. This is where I teleported as well, but this teleport is much cleaner and actually saves time. That's like the easiest place to teleport, I think. Because that's all you're really doing. The other teleports, you're doing other things at the same time. Man, I'm really motivated to go for another run after this. Because that's good. Alright, almost done. This level is just move left as little as possible. You have to move left a tiny bit to get up there. I think he like tapped left a couple of times. This is straight up if you're TAS. Just do the TAS jump. But it's not even the setup that I use because you can use any setup. It doesn't matter. You can always get enough speed just with frame perfect inputs. This is slightly different from what we do. He uses the Goomba, but only to get up to the last ladder piece, and then just uses the TAS jump to get across. That doesn't save too much time. He would just have to wait for like 2 more seconds for the Goomba or something. But it does save time, but it's not really worth it for any percent. I'm gonna skip over this part actually, because he's just mimicking the movement. There's no speed tech going on here at all, actually. The only speed tech is happening now, and it's very similar to what we do. Unfortunately, this level, we tried to see if you could beat yet another cycle somehow, but that wasn't possible, not even with all the bursts. So getting all the corner boosts and everything that you need to, you know, burring down there, getting head boosts, getting a lot of extra boosts, but it doesn't really make much difference. At the end, you still have to wait for the plant just as long as we do. So all this is just for show. Like he's even waiting here to get like some crazy boost like this. It looks really cool, it doesn't really save time, unfortunately. He actually could have gone sooner through there, but whatever. It wouldn't have mattered because you still have to clear this plant. So he's actually a bit late for clearing this plant. Like he almost can't clear it. Like we get there earlier. But this plant is cleared just fine. And that's the one we'd have to wait for anyway. So the one difference here is that he actually corner boosts off of the chandelier right before she explodes, I think. I want to, yeah, right here. I want to watch this frame by frame actually. So yeah, he's running across the chandelier. This is super crazy risky because if you fall down here, you soft lock the whole game. She's just flickering around about to explode. I think this is somehow a corner boost here. Yeah, he jumps right there at like, well, it's coyote jump at least. So he's like super fast going into the climbing up the ladder right as she's exploding. Like I'm not even close to this at this point to being where he is. Yeah. So he's just moving and jumping already. Although it's starting at the bottom of the stair almost, yeah, by the time. Like at the top of the stairs by the time the princess exploded usually. There's some ground boosts here. Whenever he's jumping now, it's to hit ground boosters. So I saw one earlier right now. Let's see if you can. Yeah, that's a ground booster. This is a good place to spot ground boosters because there's nothing else going on really. That was a head boost, that's why I jumped there. See if there's another ground booster here soon. These are just randomly on the ground where 2 plates are in the editor. I guess there's some more. He jumps here just to avoid a reverse booster. Like that would push you the other way if you walk on it. Okay, that was a booster. And then there's the corner boost. There's the TAS jump coming up here. About as clean as you can get. Just going through the door without getting bonked there. That's pretty hard. Corner boost. There's some ground boosters in this level too. If you jumps, it's a ground booster basically. Or just going downhill. That's a boost right there. That's just downhill. That's a boost. And that's a boost. And he keeps jumping after the boost to preserve momentum. Oh, and that's a head boost right there. Holy crap. That's the TAS run